Welcome to the Enthusiast Gaming Podcast, where today we will be discussing conventions. So we did some convention going. Is that what you call it? Convention going? I don't know. We went to some conventions. That's probably a better way to say it. And we're going to be talking about our overall experience of the shows. I went to do SoCal Gaming Expo. Wes went to Too Many Games. And we got some pickups. That's going to be the second part of the show. And we're going to wrap things up with a pulse check looking at two, maybe four of the games that we picked up, depending on how this goes. But before we get into that, I just want to introduce Wes to everybody. Wes, my good friend, how are you doing?
What's going on, buddy? Look, I see you. I see you repping your old stomping ground, your old hometown.
Yeah, man. Go Phils. Beat the Mets.
Go, go Mets!
Yeah. Well, they're duking it out, man. It's very
They
close.
are. They are. They are.
So, me, if you guys don't know, Wes is like the exact opposite sports fan of everything for me. He's a Cowboys fan. He's a Mets fan. It's amazing we get along. It's truly amazing.
And he's an Eagles fan and a Phillies fan.
Yep.
Go figure.
Yeah. But here we are. And today we're going to be talking about some games for you guys. So, quick bit of housekeeping before we get into that. If you guys like what you hear today, please consider supporting us over on Patreon, patreon.com/nerdenthusiast. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. That's all it takes. We have higher tiers as well. If you do the $5 tier, you get exclusive content that me and Wes put on every month and a variety of our other creators as well. I want to give a quick shout out to Bernardo this month. Bernardo, thank you for supporting us, man.
Thanks for your support, Bernardo.
Wes, Too Many Games. How
Yeah,
was it,
buddy.
sir? Give me your overall broad paintbrushed view. Just making up words today. I don't know what the hell that even means. Your broad view of Too Many Games.
I loved it. I had such a great time, man. I had such a great time. It was, a friend of I went with a friend of mine, and he was saying he's already waiting for the next one. He's ready for the next one.
Was this the first time your friend went to one of these?
No, we went last year
Okay.
together again, but he's like, it's over, and he's like, I need another convention
There's
like
lots
now.
of conventions. You just got to travel a little bit, man.
That's the thing, and unfortunately, Too Many Games rolls around once a year. But it was great. It was great. I picked up a decent stack off my list.
Don't spoil them yet. We're not there yet.
Not
Don't
yet,
jump
not
the
yet, but
gun.
it was good. It was good. Overall, it was good. How was SoCal?
SoCal was awesome, man. Again, they put on another great show. As I mentioned last year, these are new owners. This is their second year doing it. Uh, Overall, I had a blast. It was a great time. I don't have any bad things to say. The only thing I'll say is there was a lot of repeat stuff, which is going to be look. It went from being not a great show to a great show very quickly, like very quickly. So they did repeat a lot of the same things. Like there was a skate park. Arcade was great as usual.
Hmm.
They did the same. There was a few new things in there, but they did the same exhibit, the Art of Nintendo Power, and then they also have a section in there where it's like all old video game like t-shirts, hat. They had like racing suits from like NASCAR racers that were like they had like Nintendo on them and stuff and Sega.
That's
Very very
cool.
cool, man. Like leather jackets from like events and E3s, like awesome. It's like really cool stuff. And the Art of Nintendo Power has like um like the claymation stuff they would do and then take a shot for like the
Hmm.
photo of like the cover of Nintendo Power. They have stuff like that in there. It's awesome. But it was there last year, so it wasn't like it was nothing that melted my mind the way that it did seeing that for the first time, right? Because it was a repeat.
Well, see, I wish Too Many Games had something like that.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. It is really cool to see.
Yeah, Too Many Games. I mean, the arcade section was great as always. A lot of retro arcade games, tons of pinball. Everybody's getting their groove on DDR and all those other little rhythm games and stuff. But it was. I wish they had something like that.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite part of it. Even though it's a repeat, it's just so cool seeing that stuff. Like it's
That's cool.
history. It really is. And I know what you should do if you can. try to go to Long Island Gaming Expo because I know they do like nice museum pieces in there as well. Plus, it's in a museum. It's not
Hmm.
in a video game museum, but it's in like I think it's in like the Air and Space Museum. So there's also other cool things to look at while you're there.
I got to put that on my list because I agree with my friend. I'm like itching to go to another game convention.
Yeah, it should be soon. Check out the dates. It's probably in like end of July or August, something like that. But
Okay.
if
Okay.
I would if I could go to like three, that's in my top three to go to outside of SoCal.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I would love to go there one day.
All right. So, what was at SoCal? What was prevalent? What I guess what console took up? Did you see the most of? Let's say.
All right, so we're talking about like front and center games, like when you're going up to most booths, right? I would say this year there was definitely more of a mix. It was kind of surprising because like the year before, it was heavy into DS and like Game Boy, and I would say that was still there, kind of. But there was just a really healthy mix. Every table was
Hmm.
kind of different this year. I don't even know, man. I'm trying to think about the most common stuff. I would say that the Xbox 360 stuff is in a similar position to last year, where it's not front and center, but it's like
Hmm.
in a very accessible area. Like obviously, like, and same thing with PS3. It may not be dead front and center, but it is on the outskirts of the front, right? Like it's there on a lot of people's tables. But I don't know, man. Like I don't think I can't remember seeing one specific thing. There was a lot more Genesis this year, thank God. Like that was
Okay.
great to see. Like quite a bit more Genesis than there was the year before. Just Sega in general had a bigger impact. Like a lot of people had Saturn games. That was a surprise to me. Like
Yeah.
almost every vendor had some Saturn games. Where last year was like there were some, but I felt like there was way more this year than last year.
I on too many games. 100% exactly what you said. Sega had a huge presence
Hmm.
and a lot of Saturn. A lot of Saturn stuff. A lot of Saturn stuff. A lot of Sega CD stuff, which was very surprising.
Yeah, I saw that in the
Genesis.
video when you had quite a bit
Yeah.
of Sega CD stuff filmed.
Yeah. Genesis was front and center. Um, yeah, a good mix of Master System thrown in there,
Nice.
but Sega definitely was like the predominant console.
Really,
I want to
really.
say, yeah, like the dominant brand. I was really surprised about the Sega CD and Saturn stuff.
It's cool that they have it though, because I feel like that stuff's been hard to get for a while. So maybe people are starting to sell some of that, so it might be easier to pick up than at least than it was a few years ago.
Yeah, one vendor actually, his booth was 80% Saturn stuff.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
It was nice to see. I told him, I was like, man, I said, this is really nice to see. I said, usually you don't find a lot of Saturn stuff. He says, oh no, he says, I got tons of it. He's like, and I was happy to bring it. I was like, oh man.
I want to go back to your previous question for just a second because it just came to my mind, and it's not
Mhm.
something I really care about, and that's why it didn't come to my mind right away. But here's what was front and center all over the place, Wes. Effing Pokemon cards were everywhere. It was
Yeah.
disgusting. Like, I'm not here for this. Why is this like your. I understand why, because it's popular right now. People are so.
Mhm.
I get it, but it's like, dude, it's front and center at almost every single one of these friggin' tables. But I'm ignoring it, right? Because I don't care. But it was there literally like just about every table.
For too many games, there were a couple vendors that yeah had games, but they had a huge Pokemon card presence. But it wasn't every vendor. It wasn't every vendor. It was, I would say, maybe five vendors total that had a good selection of Pokemon cards, and people were trying to sell and trade and buy. But yeah, it definitely had a bigger presence this year than last year.
Yeah, I mean, the front and center stuff, it was like a combo, right? Like, all right, maybe they didn't have a lot of cards, but a lot of people had some cards. Maybe they didn't have a ton, right? But there were some cards, and then they had their Pokemon games all together. Their two, $300, $400 GBA games, complete in box,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever the hell else is ridiculous with Pokemon. So that was all over the place, and that whatever. I'd just be
Yeah.
remiss if I didn't bring it up.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I'm just trying to think what else it was. Okay, so I have to ask: was there? I know you picked up some stuff, but was there something you regret not getting?
So I wouldn't say I regretted it. I'm not going to say I regretted it because I wasn't about to be ripped off, Wes. So
Hmm.
I was looking for Shove It, as you're aware,
Yeah.
and the audience may be aware. It's not a popular game. No one cares about this game. It's a Genesis game, but it's like one of the few games I traded in from my childhood that I don't have back. Found a copy. It was a pretty good price, but had real bad sun damage in the outside case. And I'm
Hmm.
pretty particular. I was like debating it for a while. I was like, oh my god, the sun damage is bad. And it was like, it wasn't even a great price, Wes. It was like, the going rate is what it
Okay.
was. I was like, dude, I'm not going to give you the going rate for your sun, your freaking dried out, your sun washed, cover art. And then that, you open up the case, and I think the it was a rental copy, of course,
Hmm.
right? And the sticker on the label on the game was not in great condition either. So that forced me away. I was like, no, I'm not paying you the going rate for this. Shortly after, found a nice copy, Wes, a very nice copy. I was like, oh man, look at this sticker. The going rate for this game was like $20. Sticker was 40. I was like, even if I negotiate with this guy,
Hmm.
it's probably not happening. Well, whatever.
Okay.
Why not try? So I was nice about. I was like, hey man, I just wanted to see what your rate is for this. I was like, I checked price charting. It says it's $20 right now, complete in box. Would you do 20 for it? I know he's not probably going to do 20 because that's half the price, but that's the going
Hmm.
rate, right? That's what most people go by. Oh, I can do 30. I'm good, man. I'm good. So I left it there. But it was
Uh-huh.
nice. I could see paying a little extra for it, but like nobody cares
Okay.
about that game. That game probably sat there the entire time and no one bought it.
Probably you're the only one looking for it.
Exactly. Friggin' moron, $30. Get out of here. So not really a regret, but I could afforded to pay $10 more. But it was the principle.
Okay.
It was the principle, Wes. I was like, I couldn't let him get away with it.
I got you. I got you.
What about you? Any regrets for pickups?
Yes. And it's not that I needed it. It's just I wanted it. So there was a vendor that had it was in the video because he had that Chrome GameCube with the
Oh,
DVD player.
the Panasonic Q.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it was there. It was that vendor. And he had DJ Hero for the 360, but the Renegade edition. So it was like black and gold trim, and it had its
Oh,
own carrying case.
what? I didn't know about that.
And I was like, wow, this is nice. So day one, I asked him, I was like, hey, how much is, you're asking for this? And he's like, I'll just make me an offer. I was like, oh, okay. I don't know yet. I said, let me think about it. I go back day two, it's still there. Like nobody's buying this thing.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying this thing. And I was like, well, would you take 40 for it? He goes, well, yesterday I was asking 60. I said, but I asked you yesterday and you didn't give me an offer. You said, you didn't give me a price. He said, make me an offer. So I'm making you an offer. He's like, no. He's like, if you do, he's like, I could do 50. Mm, I don't know. Going rate is about 40, 45 bucks. But it was really nice. It was really nice. And I was like, I kind of hemmed and hawed, and I like left. And then after I left the show, I text my friend. I was like, I should have got it because now I've been thinking about it. I was like, I should have picked it up. And, I didn't need it because I already have DJ Hero. I got the single one, and I have the twin turntable set that comes with the two turntables.
Oh, I didn't even know there was. I wasn't really into it when it came out. I didn't realize there was a twin one or a Renegade edition. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's like I didn't need it, but it was cool just to have. So that was one regret, and I just should have jumped the gun and just got it. And another was that an indie vendor was there showcasing his games. He's got a game coming out, but it's not coming out to December. I think it's Neon Frenzy or something like that. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. I can't wait till it comes out. But he had other games there that he was selling, and one was a Contra ripoff. It was called Iron Meat.
Oh yeah, Iron Meat's that's not a rip-off game. Like that's been a published game. It's retroware.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's definitely it's published, but it looked like Contra.
yeah. That game got really good reviews.
So it was there, and I was like, man, I should get this. I should get this. I should get this. And I kind of was like, oh, you know what? I'll come back. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I go back. I was like, oh, I'm here to get a copy of Iron Meat. Oh, I'm sold out. Ugh.
You might still be able to buy it online. Go to Retroware. That's the company
hmm
who publishes it, and you might be able to find it on there.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of bummed out about that. I was like, see, if I saw it, I just should have just did it.
It happens. It does. I mean, the only thing I could here I'll say this. I got to meet David Crane and the Kitchen Brothers, who worked on Atari games, back in the day.
Mhm.
David Crane worked on like Pitfall and stuff. And I talked to them for a while. Like they were really, really cool. They had a new game for sale. They were making new games for the Atari 2600 that you can play in the original hardware. If you can have
Mhm.
certain newer versions of that, you can play it in. And they had a game for sale. I didn't get it. I kind of regret not getting that because they would have signed it and stuff for me. I did get something signed by them, but
Uh-huh.
I should have got their game. Money was a little tight though. I got hit with a bunch of bills before I went there, so I didn't get anything extravagant. So, but I got some of the stuff that I really was looking for, which is cool. But I regret not getting that for their special edition was like $90. That was the one that I wanted to get. You know, I'm sure I could order it online. So there's always that.
You say Atari. That's the one console I didn't see a lot of. There was one vendor selling a bunch of boxed Atari stuff, but he wanted way too much, and the conditions were atrocious. Because I had a couple Atari games on my list to look for, and he had one of them. He had Superman for the Atari 2600. Nobody else had it but him. The box was beat. The instructions were, it was like a dog got a hold of him and chewed it up, and but he wanted top dollar for it. I'm like, no. And then there was like another vendor just selling a bunch of loose Atari carts, but there was not a lot of Atari, which I was surprised at.
I don't think there was a lot in SoCal either, but when you would see it, most of the time it wasn't even on the table. It would be like under the table, like so you had to go like rooting through like the bins and stuff underneath.
Mm.
There was a few of them that had it on the table. Usually, you see like to your point, like the boxed copies, or maybe it was an expensive game like, um, God, what the hell was it? Texas Chainsaw Massacre as an expensive game. So I'm pretty sure I saw that in the display case somewhere.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, anything else from SoCal would be they still have their skating stuff. I mentioned the arcade area. They have this whole row of pinball machines.
Mm-hmm.
They added a skill crane, which I thought was kind of cool. What was not set on free to play, obviously, but my daughter loves skill crane, so we tried, and yeah, it sucked, but we tried. Um, yeah, there was some cool vendors with like little handmade stuff, like original. There was a lot of that, and
Okay.
my daughter picked out something from there, and she got her Mario stuffed animals that she wanted before she left. She made like a plan, like she wanted Bowser and Luigi, so we found
Mm-hmm.
them, got them for her, so she was happy. Uh,
Cool.
but yeah, I mean, other than that, I had a good time. And just going through the vendors and stuff, everybody was chill. I can't say I had any bad experiences that I can really remember. Just that one guy with that shove, it was like, it wasn't even a bad experience. It was like, no, I'm not paying you that for that game. Like, no, yeah, I don't know. But if you've been to
Yeah,
these
like
conventions, you kind of know what it's all about.
exactly. And if you've never been, Matt and I both posted videos. I did one for Too Many Games. He just posted one for SoCal. Feel free to take a look just to kind of so you can kind of get an idea of what it's all about. Man, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun talking to the vendors, looking through games. Just the hunt is just it's exciting for me.
Yeah. Just going out there trying to find stuff you're looking for. Had my list on my phone. That's awesome, man.
I, I had my list. I had my list. I was trying to stick to it. I kind of deviated a bunch of times from it.
It's tough, man. It's challenging.
It
Because you
is.
get there and you see something else.
Exactly, exactly. You're like a kid in a candy store. You're like, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. I was surprised though about a couple of vendors actually had copies of Snatcher for Sega CD.
I mean, I don't remember everything, but I don't remember seeing Snatcher at all at SoCal.
Snatcher, because Snatcher is on my radar because I am going to hunt that game down again and get it at a decent price. But it's still so crazy expensive. But there were three vendors who had copies of Snatcher, and they
Just
all
like
wanted
top
top
dollar.
dollars.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So
Were they pay like was it like eBay prices or was it like above eBay prices or charting prices?
they were price charting prices.
They were like whatever price charting was going for is what they had them at.
Pretty much, yeah. One vendor wanted a little bit more. Like as far as ranges, I saw it anywhere from 900 to 1200.
Yeah, that's an expensive game, man.
So I
Would
was
you
like, yeah,
say
no,
that that's your as far as like the games you've traded in your past? Is that like the biggest like
regret.
regret for you trading in a game?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
What year did you trade it in? Do you remember like around what time that was?
It was pre-COVID,
Okay.
so I want to say 2017, 2018,
Hmm.
because I was still at level up, and we were at our downstairs location before we relocated upstairs. So I want to say maybe 20 between 2015 2018 ish.
Okay. Yeah, that was not a great time to trade stuff in because a few years later would be the pandemic, and that's when everything really shot up. That's
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm sad.
You can get it back. It's just
Whew.
yeah, it's going to be expensive. One other topic I want to bring up before we move into the pickups. SoCal went from a 2 day event to a 3 day event for the first time this year, and I have mixed feelings on 3 day events. But before I get into my feelings, too many games is 3 days. You didn't go for all 3 days though, so do you care one way or another if an event is 2 days or 3 days?
No, because the more days is just I prefer the multi-day conventions only because like day one for me example like day one was Friday. That's the day I went and kind of shot some footage so people can do my walk around, and it was a lot less traffic. There was a lot less people there. You can kind of take your time. You can look around, and you're not being rushed to kind of get in, get out type scenario. So I really enjoyed going like the first day on Friday. Saturday, it was four times the amount of people.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was insane. You couldn't even move. You couldn't, so you had to wait in line just to get
Just
to the vendor
yeah,
table.
just to look. Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy. So yes, I definitely like the multi days, and I like going multiple days. Plus two, you usually see something the second day that you did not see the first day.
Yeah, they could get a trade in, or they could be taking
Mm-hmm.
out stuff, as inventory moves, start shuffling things around, or you might have just missed it and it was there the whole time.
Exactly. So it's like I am all about the multi day.
I agree. Yeah, the multi days are better. There's some events that are single days, but 2 days I think is like pretty good. I like the 3 day events, kind of like what you just talked about, right? This was the first time I went on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It was very chill. I was able to record like
Mm-hmm.
no problem. Uh, Probably the slowest of the 3 days. Like Saturday, just like you, was
Yes.
very busy, and even
Mm-hmm.
Sunday was still pretty busy. It wasn't as busy as Saturday, but I feel like Sunday was busier than Friday. So I like Fridays just for the fact that I can like when you and I go. Usually the first day we are recording, and it's really easy for. It was so easy for me to record that day. I was a lot less stressed because
Mm-hmm.
the year before I was recording on a Saturday and it was like hectic. Even though I got in early, it was still kind of hectic.
Yeah.
Um, and then Sunday I like just because you can get a good deal, So I guess I like the 3 day structure. I just don't like having to buy a hotel room for friggin' 2 nights and 3 days because that's what it ended up having to be, Because
Well, for you, yeah, because that's a far drive.
yeah, it's I could go back and forth, but it's like let's say it's an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that 3 days in a row. It's not happening.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's what it was for me. It's like an hour and a half. So I up and back on Friday,
You're crazy,
up and
Wes.
up and back on Saturday.
Just get a hotel, man.
Uh,
Just spend the 3 days
eh,
there.
eh, eh. Maybe next year. I don't know. But that's what my friend said. He's like, next year we should get a hotel and go all 3 days. Like I said, because it was like we had so much fun just looking at all the different games, and it was just over too quick. So he was like, we have to go 3 days. We have to go 3 days. So I don't know. Maybe next year.
Yeah, you should,
I'll
man.
definitely.
Go out afterwards. They have like barcades and stuff that are, I know
Mm-hmm.
they have them around too many games, so you can definitely go there, check that
Yeah.
stuff out if you want to, or just go out to dinner, do whatever, man. All right, guys, here it is. Pickups. How do you want to do this, Wes? Do you want to alternate? I only have, I guess I could jumble those together. 4 plus a bonus, let's say. 5 plus a bonus. Sorry. No, 4. I was right the first time. I can't count. Can't do math over here.
Really? Okay. I got 19.
What? Oh man.
I
No,
went a little. I went a little crazy.
like I said, I got hit hard with bills before I had to leave, and I kind of anticipated that happening. Just not. I got hit a little bit harder than even what I was
Mm.
anticipating. Why don't you, dude? Why don't you do like 5, and then I'll do one?
Yeah, I went. I went a little crazy,
Well, yeah. Then you go first, man. Or
and
here,
I had a list.
I'll
And
give
I
you.
had a list.
I'm gonna give you my first one. You've already seen it. My first pickup, a SoCal Gaming Expo T-shirt. Got the skater on the front. I like the design. I don't usually wear white T-shirts, but
Mhm.
it's comfortable. There you go. That's my first pickup. What you got, Wes?
Bro, I wanted to grab a Too Many Games T-shirt again. That's another thing. You know what? That's another regret because I kept seeing them, and there was a table selling Too Many Games merchandise, and I
Mm-hmm.
was going to grab a T-shirt, and I walked out and never did. So
These were expensive. This was a $30 T-shirt, bro.
yeah, they're pretty pricey.
Like, come on, like it's your own venue. Like, you guys are making. Even if you sell them at $20, you're making a nice rip on these things. Why you gotta sell them for 30, man? Why you gotta sell them for 30?
All right, so my one of my pickups, my first pickup was Spider-Man and the X-Men for Super Nintendo.
Nice, man. Complete in box. Very nice.
So, well, here's the story. I broke one of our rules
Mm.
when we kind of talked about tips and kind of maneuver your way around conventions. One of our rules is kind of shop around. Don't buy it at the first place you see because you probably find it somewhere else.
Unless it's something really rare that you might not see anywhere else.
Correct. So I was just on my list. I saw it at a vendor, and he told me how much he wanted for it, and I was like, "Oh, is it complete? Because it's really clean." He's like, he's like, "No, it's not. It's boxed." Like, all right. So we negotiate a little bit, and he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Well, we agreed to a price." Reluctantly, I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I walk around and look at other vendors and stuff, and sure enough, I see another vendor with the same game for what I paid for an incomplete copy.
Mm.
And his was complete. And I
And
was
that
like,
was the
"Ugh."
that was the. Did it have a sticker on it? Was that the price? Like the sticker price?
His sticker price, yes, his sticker price was what I paid for
That's
a boxed copy. So I was a little
sucks because
agitated.
you could have brought him down at least $5, $10, something like that.
Easy,
that sucks, man. I'm sorry,
easy.
brother.
So I try to go back to the vendor and I'm like, hey man, I just bought this. Can I return it? And he's like, no, no returns. All sales are final. I'm like, all right. I had to suck it up. My friend was like, you should have bought that other copy just because you were mad. And I was pissed. I was like, I don't need two copies of this game. But anyway, so yeah, that was one. So this is one. Um, I picked up NBA Jam for the Super Nintendo
Nice, man.
because NBA Jam is a classic.
Oh yeah.
Even even though I have the tournament edition, um, I wanted the original, and I also picked it up for the Genesis
Nice, man.
because again, I thought I had it, but I did not.
Yeah, I only had the tournament edition. I would like to play the other one just to kind of remember what the hell it was like because I
The
don't even
the
know.
OG original,
Hmm.
which was great. And then another pickup I got was for the Sega Saturn, Brain Dead 13.
Brain Dead 13. Haven't heard of that one
Brain Dead
before.
13. It's a Dragon's Lair cartoon type of game. It's all animated, very Dom Bluth style art. All those go to heaven type stuff. All quick time events. So that's my first few.
All right, I guess I'll throw one in here then. Let's see where am I going to start this at? I don't even know. I'm going to start out with one of the first games I got. May have been the first game I got. I have a bad memory. If you didn't know that about me, this was in the early goings. May have been the first
Mhm.
game, may have been the third game. I don't know, but it was very early on. But this was on my list. This was like one of my highly sought after items, and that is the Puppeteer on PS3.
You talked about that once before.
Yep, I almost bought this game once before,
Mm-hmm.
and um, let me grab my phone because I wrote down what I paid for these two because I was interested in seeing that. So the Puppeteer, before I got to the event, was still like an $80 game, and I almost pulled the trigger on it last year for about the same
Mm-hmm.
price. Like it was a really nice copy. It was in a display case at the store. I was like, man, I should get this. It was the only one they had. I was like, I'm gonna wait. So I'm going through this vendor. I see this guy, and I recognize him from YouTube. And I don't. I couldn't like put again bad memory. Couldn't put two and two together where I saw the guy on YouTube. But he owns a giant store in Sacramento called Fire and Ice.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just having a conversation with him. He was like, I was like, hey man, like I was actually asking somebody else because he was like buying inventory from the vendor like while I was there, and he was like pricing stuff out for him. And I was like, do you guys have Puppeteer? And he like overheard me asking the other guy, and he's like, oh yeah. He's like, hey man, you looking for Puppeteer? I got it right here. He's like, I'll give you a great deal on it. I was like, oh yeah, what's that? He's like, $45. I was like,
Wow.
give me a second. I pull up my phone. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, Wes, it was said 75, $80, something like that on my phone. I was like, let me see if there's anything else I got. So I picked up another game with this. That's what I ended up
Mm-hmm.
doing. And I ended up getting $5 off between the two games, but it was still a good deal overall. Like I knew I was getting a good deal. So I paid $45 for there's no manual, by the way. This game was never made with a manual. So it has like a little
Mm-hmm.
stupid thing in the back here. But it's like mint, West. It's in great shape. The case is in great shape. Uh, Definitely a win right off the bat.
Nice.
So that was refreshing. Um, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. Oh, this is what I was going to say. That price has actually changed a bit, and I'm going to save that for a little bit later. So if you guys want to keep watching when we get to our price or our pulse check, I'm
Mhm.
going to go over the pricing of it then in some more detail.
Okay. So my next batch picked up Phelios for Sega Genesis.
Okay, was that a
It's
shmup?
a
I
yes,
knew it.
top
I knew
a
it.
top a top down shooter set in ancient Greece. Basically, you're on the back of Pegasus, shooting everything that's coming at you.
Nice, man.
It's one of those like bullet hell type games.
I could tell just from the cover. I was like, that's probably a shmup. That's got to be.
And since we're talking about shmups, I also picked up brand new Batsugun for the for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay.
There was a vendor that was selling a lot of import Switch stuff
Okay.
because this was the Asian copy.
Okay.
And Limited Run was actually had this up for pre-order, and I missed it.
I remember seeing it on there, so I was going to ask you if it was a limited run copy or not. But that's cool. You got the Japanese import. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then turns out they're all region free, so you can play them on American systems with no problem.
Nice.
Um, then I picked up, and this game I picked up just because it's not a good game by no stretch of the
It's
imagination.
a West
It
special.
it was trash, but I don't own it,
Okay.
and I saw it. It's a vendor I picked up a few things from already, and he gave me a good deal on it. So I picked up The Crow for Sega CD.
Oh, nice, dude. That was
Sega Saturn. I'm sorry.
that was in a display case when I was filming. I was like, "Oh, there's the Crow." It's
Mhm.
like that's a West game right there if I ever seen one.
The game was utter trash,
Oh yeah.
but I love The Crow as a character. I always have, and he also had the PlayStation One version, which was
Okay.
cheaper than the Sega Saturn version,
That would make
which
sense
I
to me.
which I almost picked up as well. He's like, yeah, he's like, if you want this one, he says, I already got this one. You can get this one too. I'll give you a really good deal. I said, man, I'm spending way too much money, way too much money. But uh, yeah, I couldn't resist. I saw it and I was like, wow, okay. But he gave me a nice deal on it.
Nice.
Because I know that game was like it's like 150 bucks, $160 for Sega. But he gave me a nice deal on it.
Do you remember what you
Um,
paid for it, or you don't remember?
I paid 130. I think I paid 125.
That's pretty good, man. Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
discount.
but I couldn't. I wanted using my credit card, so I had to pay like I guess
Transaction
the
fee.
service fee.
Yeah.
So it went on like 130. So
Hmm.
um, I also picked up Battle Arena Toshinden
Okay.
Ura.
I didn't know they made that on Saturn. I thought that was a PlayStation game.
Well, they made Toshinden. Toshinden did come out for the Sega Saturn. And then they did the Euro version, which added two new fighters
Hmm.
and like some new bosses. So basically, it was like the remix version.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So, and then this is a game you and I both kind of spoke about that was on our list, but I did pick up Quackshot
Nice, nice, man. Hell
for
yeah.
Genesis. I've never owned this game. I've always saw it. I kept saying I was going to get it. Never did. And the vendor I got, actually the guy I bought the Crow from. he had it, but it was that, and it was the Castle of Illusion.
Hell yeah. Castle. Oh man,
This is classic
dude,
right here.
can't go wrong with that
This is
one.
that is classic. I used to own it. Again, everybody knows my sad story. Brother sold a lot of my stuff, so I'm trying to recoup a lot of the stuff, replace the stuff that he sold. And I could have sworn that was in my collection. But I have the other one, the World with him and with Mickey and Donald in it.
Yeah, I don't have that one. I want to get that one though.
But yeah, Castle of Illusion for some reason I don't know, didn't have it. So I saw it. He had that and Quackshot, so I scooped that up. So
Nice.
okay, what's your other one?
All right, so should I throw the weird stuff in now or do that in the middle? I guess I'll do that in the middle. So I will go. I'll go with this one. This was the last game I got, and I went to a panel and they were talking about this game, how it was like a very, you know, underappreciated N64 game. It got really good reviews, and it was basically you brought up NBA Jam. This is NBA Hang Time, which is basically like the N64 version of NBA Jam,
Yeah, it is.
and it's a loose card. It's not complete in box, which is usually what I go for.
Mm-hmm.
However, I was like, well, let me just see if I could find this game because I was like, I just want to see if I can get a good deal on it. and the game goes for, let's see, where's it at? Where's it at? NBA Hang Time. When I picked it up, the going rate for a loose cart was $21. I paid
Mm-hmm.
$10 for that loose cart.
Oh wow.
So I was like, yeah, I'll definitely take this. So I think the guy had
I
it labeled for 20 also, and I got it for 10.
okay, because I have Hang Time for the Dreamcast.
Is it the same game? Maybe it is.
Yes, it's basically the 3D version of NBA Jam.
That's cool, man. I didn't know it came out on Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, yeah, man, it's good stuff.
Heck yeah. All right, so I'm gonna throw one more in here, and then you can go again. What I did, I kind of don't regret, but I kind of do. I'll start. I'll finish with the regret. Um, I was just like occasionally I just go through manuals. I'm like, oh, let me see if they have any manuals on this, and maybe I'll grab a manual or something. So I got $5 off on all these, and I don't remember how much it was. So I don't know. I was trying to get one for free. I told the guy, buy two get one free. He's like, no. It's like I'll give you $5 off though. So I turned my my boxed copy of Smash Brothers into a
Mhm.
complete and boxed copy of Smash Brothers by picking up
Oh,
the manual.
okay.
So that was a win. As soon as I saw that, I was like, maybe I'll pick up some other manuals. My Ninja Gaiden 1 has the manual. Now I have a
Mhm.
manual for Ninja Gaiden 2. So I picked that up. And then finally, this was a game that's on my list. I did
Mhm.
not find the game because I saw it at one point and I couldn't find it. This was the last day. This was Sunday that I bought these manuals. Uh, I couldn't find the loose cart that was in decent condition, not like completely thrashed by like a child or anything.
Mhm.
And I was gonna try to just make it complete myself, but I think I should have just not bought this and bought the game complete. Which so this is like another kind of regret. But I got Beetle Adventure Racing's manual. I don't have
Oh
the
man,
game.
I remember that game.
It's supposed to be great, and I was thinking I'll just grab the manual on the cart, and then eventually I can get the box at some point.
Mhm.
And I didn't even get the cart.
You know, there were a couple of vendors selling manuals.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the guy that I bought that Spider-Man X-Men, he was like, "Oh, you know, the you could find the manual anywhere, and it's only going to make a difference of $5." No, it's not,
it depends on the manual. Every manual is different.
man. Man, every time I think about it, I get so pissed off.
Dude, there's some manuals that are like $50. They're way more expensive than
Mhm.
the game. It just depends on the game.
All right, so this one was a pair that I saw.
A
I
pear.
think we took a pair.
Oh, double
Yeah, I
dipping
think.
here, Wes.
Yeah, yeah. I think we. I'm not sure if we talked about this, but it's one of my favorite franchises on the Genesis. I picked up Road Rash one
Nice.
and two,
Nice, Wes.
1 and 2.
Hell yeah. That
Oh yeah, because we were talking about it during our I guess our combat racing game
yes, we were.
video,
Yep.
and that's when it came up. So I was like, man, I miss Road Rash.
Dude,
I really do.
I actually have to go back. I might have one of them. I had the N64 one, but I would love to get the Genesis ones. I don't have either one of those.
Yeah, so I had that. I picked up Double Dragon 3
On Genesis.
on Genesis. Yeah, good old two player action.
I think I have it on
Uh,
NES. I do. I don't have the Genesis version. I have the first three on NES.
Double Dragon 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have Super Double Dragon on SNES.
I think I have that. I don't know. I have a lot of Double
Okay,
Dragons.
that's the one I have. Yeah, there's a lot of Double Dragon. Alien 3 for Sega Genesis.
Nice, man. Is that
Good
a good
side
game?
scroller. Yes, it's actually really good.
Okay, cool.
It's actually very, very good. Um, this was one of my prizes, my prize pickups of the convention. I picked up Sega Ages.
Nice. Nice. And that
So
what I found out about
mhm,
that game was it's from Working Designs and I had no idea.
it is. It is from Working Design. So basically, what Sega Ages is, it's a collection of 3 arcade perfect ports of Sega games. You had Space Harrier, Afterburner, and Outrun. And Outrun is one of our favorite titles of all time.
Yeah, Outrun's dope.
So yeah, man. So I saw this and I couldn't pass it up. I couldn't pass it up. It wasn't on my radar. It wasn't on my list. But I love Outrun, and I saw it, and it's one you don't see often.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see that very often. That's again why I was surprised because I was editing the video that you sent, and I saw it in the
Mhm.
video, and I was like, working designs. I said, what? I like literally paused the video. I was like, Sega ages? What the hell is this? I was so confused.
Hmm.
I was interested, but I that just shows you how infrequently you see it. Like I had no idea that working designs made it, and if I looked at the side of that box at any point in my
Hmm.
life, I would have
You would have,
realized that working designs made it.
yeah, yeah. I was very, very. A couple vendors had it, uh, different prices, but I was surprised to see that um, show up on the showroom floor more than once.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good pickup.
And then I picked up some good old PS1 stuff. We talked about Road Rash, so I picked up Road Rash for the PlayStation.
Nice. Heck yeah. Long box too. Like it.
Long box. I was on a long box hunt this year, so I picked
The
up
long
that.
boxes are getting expensive, man.
That I picked up Ridge Racer,
Nice. Nice.
which was launch title for the PlayStation. One of my favorite franchises. Love Ridge Racer. I picked up Warhawk.
Classic.
Now, the thing with Warhawk, this is not the original case. Because when it originally came out, it was the cardboard type
Oh.
of long
Yeah,
box.
yeah.
And then they reissued it in I guess the jewel case. No, it's not a jewel case, but the plastic
So that would have been
case.
like the second print then? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Mm, okay.
And then my last pickup was Nova Storm,
Okay.
which was a shooter
There you
for the
go.
PlayStation. So yeah, man, so those are my pickups.
That's all your pickups? That's everything?
That's everything.
All right. Well, I got a couple more here. So I guess we'll go back to this real quick. I also got Quackshot this year.
Got Quackshot.
So we got that off of both of our lists. So this is complete in box. Very good copy. The manual is a little bended on the corners, but
Hmm.
other than that, like very good condition. I was very happy to get it. Got a solid deal on this one, but this is also in my pulse check. So I'll go over the prices of that and what I paid for it later.
Okay. Yo, people don't realize how good Quackshot really is.
You know what's funny, Wes? When I was picking that up and like I paid for it, I turned around like another guy saw it in my hand like that I was paying for it and like left. He's like,
Mhm.
Quackshot. He's like, that's an underrated gem. He's like, that's great. I was like, hell yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it is.
So somebody was excited for me to buy the game. I was like, there you go. That's how awesome the game is supposed to be. This was the game I got with Puppeteer. So I guess this was the game I got a $5 discount on. So this was my game that I was not planning on buying, but
Hmm.
I saw it and I've been thinking about this game for a long, long time, and I had to pull the trigger on it. It's complete in box. Manual's a little messed up, but it's in pretty good shape. And that is Mutant League Football for Sega
All
Genesis.
time classic right there, bro.
Yeah, man.
You gotta love it.
So the case is in good shape. It doesn't have the hang tab, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
Okay, well, you talk about the hang tab.
Yeah,
Do you mind the hang tab or no?
I think I'd prefer to have the hang tab just because that's the way it came. But I'm
Hmm.
also like not gonna not buy a game because it doesn't have the hang tab. You know what I mean?
Okay, I hear you.
Like if you were selling a game to me and they were like one had a hang tab and one didn't, and they were the same price, I would take the one with the hang tab. But if you were like it's $5 more for the hang tab, I'd like go to hell.
Mhm.
Keep your hang tab. Here's a bonus pickup. This has nothing to do with it, but I just got this in and I just wanted to show it off. So this is Pobroxia from Lilymo Games, and this is a PS5 game, but they made it in the NES box art style, which is awesome. So
Bro, I just started playing that on your recommend. I downloaded it on the Xbox. I think it's on Game Pass. Or no, did I buy it? I think I bought it.
It's not on Game Pass. It would have been like it's probably just a few dollars, but
It
they're
is.
awesome.
It
They're a
is.
lot of
I
fun.
did buy it.
You enjoying it?
I love it.
Yeah, man. What I like about the game is you can power up like your ship as much as you
Hmm.
want. Like you can make the game stupid easy if you feel like it, or you could like not power it up at all and make the game incredibly difficult. Like just depending on how you want to go.
Yeah, no, I love the game. I love the game. But that's cool. That's a cool pickup.
Yeah, they still have some for sale on their the website that they're selling through, which is laststandmedia.store, I think. Uh,
Okay.
so I think they had like 600 left as of a few days ago, but I don't know. I don't know what the case is anymore. And then the final pickup. Now this is a complete surprise for Wes, but this is going to be his because I got two of these and he didn't know this is going to be coming to him. But I don't know how well it's going to show up on this camera. This is a Shinobi lanyard for the new Shinobi game that I'll be shipping to you, sir.
Woo!
So
I
you'll be
can't
getting that.
wait.
Try to get it in there. I don't know how well it's showing up on the
Oh
camera.
man, it's looking good. I see
There
it.
you
It's
go.
looking good.
So
Oh, there it
I'm
is.
gonna mail that out to you, sir.
Thanks, man. Bro, I thank you so much, man. I'm excited. I am so excited for that game to come out.
Yeah, Sega just today put up a bunch of new merch on their website. They relaunched their merchandise website today or this past week, but today they added
Mhm.
a whole bunch of Shinobi stuff for the new game. So if you want to go check that out,
Well, I did pre-order the limited run from Limited Run, the physical copy.
me too.
So I was going to do the code collector thing, but I think I just want the game.
I just got the game also. I was this close to getting like the classic edition with like the Genesis case
Hmm.
and stuff. But
Yep.
my problem a lot I have is space, and these things are substantially larger than the Switch case. So I was like, I'm just gonna get the Switch case, dude. I can't keep buying these bigger, bulkier items.
Hmm.
Did you get the classic or did you get the regular?
I just got the regular. I just got the regular. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I don't need that extra stuff. I just bought the regular one.
Now the second question I have for you is, did you pre-order Ninja Gaiden? Because that's up for pre-order now too. Not through limited run. It's on Best Buy's website. I think Amazon has it too.
Really?
Yeah, the 2D one. The 2D one I'm talking about.
Man, no. Right after, no. When we're done, I will go
Just
there. And
costs West $40.
you said Amazon?
I think it's on Amazon. I ordered mine through Best Buy, so I know you can
Okay.
get it through Best Buy, but I think it's on Amazon also
I'll have to check it out.
for sure.
When's it come out?
August?
Oh, oh man.
Because
Oh,
oh
it's
no
gonna
no
be
no no wait, Shinobi's August, right?
Shinobi's August, the end of August, like August 30th or something like that.
July. It comes out in a few weeks.
Oh, ooh, it's gonna be Battle of the Ninjas.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one came out first. I was like, one's in July and one's in August. That's all I remember. So if Shinobi's in August, then Ninja Gaiden's in July. Now it is time for our pulse check. Now the pulse check today is just off of two games. We each picked two games, so four in total, of games we got from the conventions that we went to. So keeping the same theme to the show. Wes, would you like to go first, sir?
Sure. I kind of picked a low and a high, like or one's lower than the other.
Okay.
So I talked about it. I picked Phelios for the Sega Genesis. Uh, Loose. This game will run you about $25. Complete in box, you're looking at 60, and brand new, you're looking at 150.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough. It is complete in box. I did get a good deal on it, so I did not pay 60. So I was very pleased with this. Again, it's a shooter. It's a top down shooter. You're on the back of Pegasus, shooting everything that comes at you. It was. I remember it, um, and then it was like kind of. I don't know. It's like I remember playing it, but I didn't own it.
Did
And
you
then when
did
I
you rent
saw
it?
it,
Is that when you played it, or you don't? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I think I had it again. I think this might have been one of the ones that I was trying to replace.
Okay.
Um, but like I said, time goes by, and then I saw it again. I'm like, wait, I remember this game, and then realized I didn't have it. So then I was on the hunt for it, a decent copy.
Yeah, I get it. Some things are unacceptable.
And then my other pick, which we talked about, was I got to go with Sega Ages.
Oh yeah, of course, man.
Bro, I was so happy to see this.
Our cameras are distorted, but that looks like a really clean copy you got there.
It's very, very clean. And he has it had the case on it,
A
like the
protective
protective
case.
cover. Hmm.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I was very, very happy to see Sega Ages. It was a little pricey. Like because a loose just a CD to find that is 125 bucks.
Oh yeah, that's a little
Yeah,
expensive.
complete in box, you're looking at 300.
Ooh, man,
And brand new, if you can find it, you're looking at $430.
man.
So,
So even if you got a
with,
deal on it, you still paid a pretty penny for
with that said,
it.
complete in box, he was. There was one vendor that I saw it had 450 bucks on it.
Yeah,
There was a.
sometimes they go a little high, and then when they go lower,
Mhm.
they're already at price charting prices, so they're getting what they wanted for it anyway.
But the thing is, the guy that was selling it for 450, he was only going to take off 20 bucks, and he still made a killing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Nah. There was another vendor I saw had it. He was asking the same thing. He was asking like 425. Again, he wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
So then there was another vendor, the guy that I bought the Quackshot and the Crow from. He had it, and his price, he had 350 marked on it. I was like, okay, you're the best price that I've seen so far. I said, being that I bought tons of stuff from you between the past 2 days, and he was really, really cool. This vendor was so cool to talk to. I could stand there all day, and we were just chopping it up, just about stuff, about games, and just where he's from, and he's based out of Chicago, and it was we just talked about a whole bunch of stuff. Really, really cool dude. He gave me a deal. He was like, yeah. He's like, you know what? You spent a lot of money with me. He's like, all right. He's like, what about 285?
That's a great deal, man. There you go.
I was like, okay,
There you go.
okay.
For a copy that's in that good a condition, like that's a good price, man.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, he had 350 marked on it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So just below, what price charting is saying it's going for. So I was happy. Even if he charged me 300, I would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean that I don't mind paying a price charting's prices
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. Like if you're getting like a nice clean copy, yeah. But dude, when your copy looks like crap and you're trying to charge like the going
Top
rate, like get out of
top
here.
dollar?
Get
What?
out of here.
No, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so my first one was the Puppeteer, which we talked about earlier. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Wes, something had happened with this. This is why I was kind of saving this for the pulse check. The guy, if you guys don't remember a few minutes ago, like what I was talking about was I was talking to the owner of Fire and Ice, who that's a store in Northern California in Sacramento. It's a giant video game store. I think he started doing his own like conventions this year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he was an awesome guy. Talked to him for quite a while. Got me a good deal on the Puppeteer. I don't know how, but I think he knew something that I didn't know and that wasn't listed on price charting yet. Now, he could have checked like the going rate on eBay possibly, but he knew that this game was dropping in price. Price charting still showed like again 75,
Hmm.
$80. Maybe I wrote it down on here. Let me see if I did. Yeah, the going rate was $70 that day. And he charged me 45. Now the price has gone down on this game. So I don't know if a bunch of these were found or what. Even the sealed copy is down.
Hmm.
So if we look at the price for Puppeteer, right now it is going for $53.98 loose, $55 complete in box, and $86.32 for a sealed copy. And I almost paid $80 for a complete in box copy a few months ago.
Hmm.
So
Okay. Well, here's a question for you though. You said it doesn't have like the little insert because there was no instructions with it.
this didn't have anything, no.
Right. So is that still considered complete?
In my opinion, it is. There was nothing. Well, there's nothing else for you to get. There's no manual. There's not
Okay.
even an insert. Like there's nothing. It was just the disc in the box. You
In the
know.
box. Okay.
Like I said, the instruction manual for this, which replaced it. If you look behind the disc, it shows you the controls
Hmm.
in the cover art, like the back of the cover
Okay.
art. So I just couldn't
What
believe
what
that he knew it was dropping in price. Like he was on top of it, man. And even selling it at 45, he still gave me a great deal on it. Like it's
mhm.
$55 today. You know,
What type of game is it?
I think it's like a platformer, but I'll let you know how it is. That's something I definitely want to check out. And then the second game, where is? Oh, it's right in front of me. Quackshot, Wes. Quackshot. That was the second game. So the second game's pricing is going for, let's see, Quackshot is going for $15.99 loose. It's
Hmm.
going for $43 complete in box, and if you have a sealed one, it's 108. Didn't pay 43 for this. I paid $20 for this game, so
That's a steal.
I got a great deal on this game too. But I was very patient, man. I was taking my time. I wasn't like I didn't give a crap. I was looking for a deal all day long, and I was able to find them in most instances. This game was the
Mhm.
game that I paid the most for, and I still got a $5 discount on it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Quackshot. I think, like we said earlier, it's such a good game, and it's. I'm surprised it's not more expensive
I
than what it
I think
is.
it's something that's going to slowly go up over time. Like as people start to figure out that it's like basically the sequel to Castle of Illusion.
Hmm.
I think its popularity is going to continue to rise. I don't think it's going to go up to like $500 or anything, but I think you're going to continue to see like a steady rise, for a while, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. You and I both picked up Quackshot.
That's two less copies out in the wild, man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Quackshot. I got my copy right here. Quackshot.
Yep. Happy to get it, man. Happy we both got it because we both were talking about it for a minute, man.
Disney games were really good back then.
Oh yeah, some
So
top tier stuff. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's show. I hope you got out to some conventions yourself, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you like what you heard today, please consider supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/nerdenthusiast. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. And we truly appreciate your support over there. Remember to follow the company at Nerd Enthusiast on all social media platforms. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, all that great stuff. And if you're listening on audio podcasts, you can do us a huge favor and it doesn't cost you a penny. All you got to do is go over there. If you like what you heard, give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Helps us out a ton, costs you nothing except for a few minutes of your time. And we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Wes, if people want to follow you, where can they do so, sir?
you can catch me on Instagram at Grendel5XBX.
I'm Matt. You guys can follow me at from NJ2.
I'm
That's the
not
number
able to
two.
calculate
CA.
that. You can always
That was awesome. I'm leaving,
Okay.
I'm leaving that in the show.
That's my phone. I was like, what? Why is it listening?
Yeah, it's listening to everything, man. It knows exactly all your pickups now. At from NJ2CA, the two is the number two. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter or X or whatever the hell they're calling it this week. Uh, Thank you guys so much for following us and listening to us. Y'all have a great day.
Take care, guys.